Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Make It Easy. If you are new to my channel, go and subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, then let's continue. So today I am here with the law of chemical combination part 3, which actually contains the law of multiple proportion. The law of multiple proportion is first expressed by or proposed by John Dalton in the year 1803. So we should know the statement of the law first. It tells us that if two elements combine to form more than one compound, for the fixed mass of the first element, the ratio of mass of the second element will always be in a small whole number ratio, like 1:2, 1:3, 1:2:3, etc. For a better idea, I will give you an expression of this law, that is, let x combine with y in three separate proportions like A, B and C to form three separate compound, that is A, B and C capital. Okay. In the picture you can see that x is combining with small a gram of y to form capital A, small b gram of y to form capital B, small c gram of y to form capital C. Now the mass ratio of y in three cases will be small a is to small b is to small c, and they must be a whole number ratio. They will be in small whole number ratio. Now to elaborate the law, we will take an example of three compounds formed by carbon and hydrogen. First one is the C2H6, that is ethane. In the picture you can see that two carbon atom is combining with 6 hydrogen atom. That means the 24 gram of carbon is combined to 6 gram of hydrogen. Take another example. C2H4, that is 2 carbon atom is combining with 4 hydrogen atom. It is ethylene, and 24 gram of carbon is combined with 4 gram of hydrogen. Again another example, C2H2, that is acetylene. 2 carbon atom is combined with 2 hydrogen atom. So 24 gram of carbon is combined with 2 gram of hydrogen. Now we can find out the mass ratio of hydrogen in all three cases, because in case of carbon the mass is fixed, that is 24 gram of carbon is fixed over there, and that is why the mass ratio of hydrogen will be 6:4:2, and it will be reduced to 3:2:1, that is the small whole number ratio. Is it clear? Another critical and further bigger example is here also for you. Let us consider the nitrogen and oxygen family. That is, nitrogen and oxygen combines to form many such compounds like nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, dinitrogen dioxide, nitrogen pentoxide. Okay, so we can have several compounds. Here we are taking 5 of them. That is nitric oxide NO, nitrogen dioxide NO2, nitrous oxide N2O, dinitrogen dioxide N2O2, and dinitrogen pentoxide N2O5. Now as we know that the mass of nitrogen is 14 gram and oxygen is 16 gram, so we can easily calculate the mass ratio of nitrogen and oxygen from here. That is that 14 gram is combined to 16 gram in nitric oxide, 14 gram is combined with 32 gram of oxygen in nitrogen dioxide, 28 gram is combined with 16 gram of oxygen in nitrous oxide, 28 gram of nitrogen is combined with 32 gram of oxygen in dinitrogen dioxide, and 28 gram of nitrogen is combined with 80 gram of oxygen in dinitrogen pentoxide. So here we will have to prove in the light of law of multiple proportion. So we will have to fix the mass of nitrogen over here. That is, in first two cases it is 14 gram. So multiply both the side by 2. That will be 28 gram will combine with 32 gram, and in the next case it is 28 gram will combine with 64 gram, and the rest will be same. So now we can see that for the given mass of 28 gram of nitrogen, 32 gram of oxygen, 64, 16 gram, 32 gram and 80 gram of oxygen is being combined in all 5 cases. Okay, so now we will also find the number of atom, the ratio of number of atom. So in first case the number of atom of nitrogen is 1 and oxygen is also 1, so it will be 1:1. Next one is 1:2, the third one is 2:1, the fourth one is 2:2, and the last one is 2:5. So here also we can do the same thing. To fix the number of nitrogen, we can do that is 2:2, multiply both the side by 2. It will be 2:4, 2:1, 2:2, 2:5. Now the mass ratio of oxygen in all 5 cases will be 32:64:16:32:80. And to reduce it, we can use reducing by 16, and we will get 2:4:1:2:5. Now we can see clearly that the number of oxygen present over there in our ratio of number of atom, see 2, 4, 1 to 5, it is equal to the mass ratio of oxygen, and here hence we can clearly have a relation between the number of atoms and the mass ratio. So the more the number of atoms will be, it will be relatively same with the ratio of mass, that is of oxygen. Clear? So this much for today, and in our next video we will come with the law of gaseous volume given by Gay-Lussac. But before that, I need some support from your side so that I get encouraged to make such videos for you all, as it is I think it will be beneficial for you to clarify your doubts. Okay, so I want that you subscribe my channel and like my videos. Thank you and have a nice day.